Close your eyes for 1 second. Now imagine this. You are sitting in a small waiting room. The chair is hard. Your hands are a little wet. A woman with a folder walks towards you and says, "Are you ready?" And then, before you can even breathe, she asks, "So, tell me about yourself. Could you answer?" Right now, in 3 seconds, without translating, in your head first. Could you answer that question in English? If your answer is no, or even maybe, but I would be so nervous, then this video is exactly for you. Stay with me. Do not skip away. I promise, by the end of the next few minutes, you will have real words, real sentences, and a real plan for the next time someone asks you that question. Hello, my friend. Welcome to EFL USA. I am Grace, and this is your practical English lesson for real American life. Today, we are not talking about grammar rules. We are not talking about long vocabulary lists. You will forget tomorrow. Today, we are talking about one of the most stressful moments in a newcomer's life in America, the job interview. If you are new to this country, you already know this fear. Maybe you have felt it. Maybe you are feeling it right now because you have an interview coming up this week and you are scared. That fear is real. And today, I am going to help you turn that fear into confidence. Sentence by sentence, word by word. Before we start, if this channel helps you speak English for real life in America, tap that subscribe button now and turn on the bell so you never miss a lesson. It is free and it helps us keep making these videos for you. Okay, let's begin. I want to tell you a true kind of story. It could be your story. It could be my story. It could be the story of someone you know. Her name is Camila. Camila came to the United States 8 months ago. She left her country, her family home, and her old job as an accountant, and she came here with 2 suitcases and a dream, a better life for her children. For the first few months, she cleaned houses. She worked in a small restaurant kitchen, washing dishes. The pay was small. The hours were long. But every night, after her children were asleep, Camila opened her notebook and studied English for 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. Some nights, she was too tired to keep her eyes open. But she did it anyway. Then, one Tuesday morning, everything changed. Camila saw a job posting online. A local shipping company was hiring for an office assistant position. Full-time. Good pay. Health insurance for her and her children. Her heart jumped when she read it. This was the job. This was the door she had been waiting for. She applied that same night. 2 days later, her phone rang. An unknown number. Her hands were shaking when she answered. "Hello. Is this Camila?" the voice said. "This is Jennifer from Coastal Shipping Solutions. We received your application, and we would like to invite you for an interview." Camila almost dropped the phone. She said yes. Of course, yes. The interview was set for Friday morning, 10 o'clock. But that night, after the excitement faded, a different feeling arrived. Fear. Real fear. Camila lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, and her mind filled with questions. What if they ask me something I don't understand? What if I freeze? What if my English is not good enough and I lose this chance? The one chance that could change everything for my family. Listen to that sentence. What if my English is not good enough? Listen again. What if my English is not good enough? Now you repeat it after me, slowly. What if my English is not good enough? Good. Say it one more time, a little faster. What if my English is not good enough? That question, that exact fear, lives inside so many people watching this video right now. And I want you to know something important before we go any further. That fear does not mean you are weak. It means you care. It means this opportunity matters to you. And in a few minutes, you and Camila are going to walk into that interview room together, prepared, with real words in your mouth. On Thursday night, Camila almost did not sleep. She kept thinking about all the things that could go wrong. But then, at 11 o'clock at night, she remembered something. Her English teacher, back in her free community class, had told her, "Camila, you do not need perfect English. You need the right sentences for the right moment." So Camila opened her notebook one more time, and she wrote down 5 questions she thought they might ask her. And under each question, she wrote a simple, honest answer, not a perfect answer, a real one. Friday morning arrived. Camila put on her best blouse, the blue one, the one that made her feel strong. She practiced her sentences one more time in the mirror before she left the apartment. Her son, who was 7 years old, looked at hers and said, "Mama, you look like a boss." Camila smiled, even though her stomach felt tight. She arrived at Coastal Shipping Solutions 15 minutes early. She sat in the waiting room. The same waiting room I asked you to imagine at the beginning of this video. The chair was hard. Her hands were a little wet. And then a woman with a folder walked toward her. "Camila? I'm Jennifer. Thank you for coming in today. Are you ready?" Camila took one slow breath. "Yes," she said, "I am ready." They walked into a small office. Jennifer sat down, opened her folder, smiled, and said the words Camila had been afraid of all week. "So tell me about yourself." This is the moment. This is the exact moment so many people freeze. The mind goes blank. The mouth opens, but nothing comes out, or the words come out broken and scattered. But Camila did not freeze, because Camila had prepared. She had the sentence ready, sitting quietly in her mind, waiting for this exact question. She looked at Jennifer, and she said, slowly but clearly, "My name is Camila. I have 3 years of experience working with numbers and office paperwork in my country. I am a hard worker, and I learn quickly. I am very excited about this position, and I am ready to give my best effort." Jennifer smiled and wrote something on her paper. Camila's heart was still beating fast, but a small, warm feeling started to grow inside her chest. She had done it. She had answered the hardest question, the opening question, clearly, in English, without translating first. Now, my friend, I want to teach you that exact sentence and other sentences just like it, so that the next time you are in Camila's chair, you will be ready too. Let us begin our vocabulary lesson for today. We are going to learn 6 words and phrases that you need for every job interview in America. These are not random words. These are the exact words that interviewers use again and again in real interviews all across this country. Listen carefully, repeat after me, and by the end, we will put every single word into one story together so you never forget them. Word number 1, qualifications. Listen, qualifications. Repeat after me. Qualifications. One more time, a little slower. Qualifications. Good. What does qualifications mean? It means the things that make you good for a job. Your experience, your skills, your education. It is a simple idea with a slightly long word. Here is an easy way to remember it. Your qualifications are your reasons why you can do this job. Here is an example sentence. My qualifications include 5 years of experience in customer service. Listen again. My qualifications include 5 years of experience in customer service. Now you say one sentence, using your own experience. Pause the video for a moment if you need to, and say it out loud right now. My qualifications include, and finish the sentence with something true about you. Here is a second example. The interviewer might ask you, what qualifications do you have for this position? Listen to that question one more time. What qualifications do you have for this position? Repeat it after me. What qualifications do you have for this position? This is one of the most common interview questions in America. If you remember only one sentence from this entire video, remember this one, because you will hear it again and again in almost every interview you attend. Word number 2, availability. Listen. Availability. Repeat after me. Availability. One more time. Availability. Good job. Availability means the days and hours when you are free to work. Managers ask about this all the time in America because many jobs need people for evenings, weekends, or early mornings. Listen to this question. What is your availability? Repeat after me. What is your availability? Now listen to a full answer. My availability is Monday through Friday, from 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening. Repeat that after me, slowly. My availability is Monday through Friday, from 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening. If your schedule is flexible, you can also say this simple, powerful sentence. Savazenas, I am available any day of the week. Listen. I am available any day of the week. Repeat after me. I am available any day of the week. Now here is something important. Many newcomers feel embarrassed talking about their schedule because maybe they have another job or children to take care of or English classes at night. But listen to me carefully. Being honest about your availability is not a weakness. It is professional. American employers respect honesty far more than they respect a person who says yes to everything and then cannot keep the promise. So do not be afraid of this word. Use it with confidence. Word number 3, reference. Reference. Listen, reference. Repeat after me. reference. One more time. Reference. A reference is a person, usually a former boss, teacher, or supervisor, who can talk about your work and your character if the company calls them. Many applications ask, "Do you have any references?" Listen to that question. Do you have any references? Repeat after me. Do you have any references? And here is a strong answer you can use. Yes, I can provide 2 references from my previous job. Repeat after me, slowly. Yes, I can provide 2 references from my previous job. If this is your very first job in America and you do not have an American reference yet, that is okay. You can say this instead. I do not have a professional reference in the United States yet, but I can provide a personal reference who knows my work ethic well. Listen again and repeat after me. I do not have a professional reference in the United States yet, but I can provide a personal reference who knows my work ethic well. Remember this feeling right now, the feeling of saying a slightly long, slightly difficult sentence and getting through it word by word. That feeling right there is exactly what confidence is built from, not perfection. Repetition. Let us continue. Word number 4, salary expectations. This is 2 words together, and it might be the most nervous question of the entire interview for many people. Listen. Salary expectations. Repeat after me. Salary expectations. One more time, carefully. Salary expectations. Salary expectations means how much money you hope to earn for this job. In America, interviewers often ask this question directly, sometimes even in the first meeting. It can feel uncomfortable, especially if talking about money feels private in your culture. But in the American workplace, this question is completely normal, and it is asked with respect, not rudeness. Listen to the question. What are your salary expectations? Repeat after me. What are your salary expectations? Now, here is a safe, professional way to answer, even if you are not completely sure of the number. Based on my experience and the market rate for this position, I am hoping for around $18 an hour, but I am open to discussion. Listen one more time and repeat after me slowly. Based on my experience for this position, I am open to discussion. Notice those last 4 words. Those last 4 words. I am open to discussion. Listen again. I am open to discussion. Repeat after me. I am open to discussion. This short sentence is incredibly useful because it shows respect and flexibility without giving away your negotiating power too early. Keep this sentence in your pocket. You will use it many times in your life in America. Word number 5, follow up. Listen. Follow up. Repeat after me. Follow up. One more time. Follow up. To follow up means to check back, to contact someone again after some time has passed, usually to ask about the result of something. Like your interview. Near the end of almost every American interview, you have a chance to ask questions. And one smart thing you can say is this: when can I follow up on the status of my application? Listen again. When can I follow up on the status of my application? Repeat after me, slowly, one more time. When can I follow up on the status of my application? This sentence tells the interviewer something important about you without you needing to say it directly. It tells them that you are organized, that you are serious about this job, and that you are not the type of person who applies and then disappears. Many interviewers remember the candidates who ask this question because it shows real interest. We have 5 words now sitting inside your mind, ready to be used. Let us practice them one more time, quickly all together before we move into the next part of our story. Qualifications. Repeat after me. Qualifications of ability. Availability. Repeat after me. Availability. Reference. Repeat after me. Reference. The salary expectations. Repeat after me. Salary expectations. Follow up. Repeat after me. Follow up. Wonderful. You just repeated 5 real, professional workplace words out loud in English. That is not a small thing. That is exactly what turns fear into ability. Now, let us go back to Camila, sitting across from Jennifer in that small office because her interview is not finished yet, and the hardest question is about to arrive. What? Jennifer looked down at her folder and asked, Camila, what are your qualifications for this office assistant role? There it was, the exact question we just practiced together. Camila did not panic. She remembered the sentence in her notebook, the one she had practiced the night before, and she said, I worked as an accountant's assistant for 3 years in my country. My qualification include strong computer skills, careful attention to detail, and experience organizing paperwork and schedules for a small office. Jennifer nodded, impressed. That's great, she said. And what is your availability? We are looking for someone who can work Monday through Friday and occasionally on Saturdays. Camila's stomach tightened for just 1 second because Saturdays were difficult for her. That was the only day she had with her children. But she remembered what we talked about a few minutes ago. Being honest about availability is professional, not weak. So she took a breath and said, My availability is Monday through Friday, full time. I would need advance notice for any Saturday shifts because of a family commitment, but I am flexible whenever possible. There was a small silence. Camila's heart pounded. Had she said too much? Had she ruined her chance by being honest? Jennifer smiled and said, I appreciate you being upfront with me. That's very helpful for scheduling. Most Saturdays are optional anyway. In that moment, Camila learned something that many newcomers never learn until much later. Honesty, spoken clearly and calmly in English, builds more trust than a nervous yes to everything. The interview continued. Jennifer asked about references, and Camila gave the name and phone number of her former restaurant manager, Matt Mend, who had agreed to speak on her behalf. Nedette. Then came the question Camila had been dreading the most. So, Camila, what are your salary expectations for this role? Camila's mind went quiet for just a second. Not from panic this time, but from focus. She remembered the sentence. She remembered the 4 important words. I am open to discussion, she said, carefully. Based on my experience and the responsibilities of this role, I was hoping for around $17 an hour. But I am open to discussion. Jennifer wrote something down and said, "That's within our range. We can definitely talk more about that." But Camila felt something inside her chest loosen, like a fist slowly opening. She was doing this. She was really doing this. Camila's interview was not finished. Jennifer looked up from her folder one more time, and this time her question was softer, more personal. "Camila, can you tell me about a time you faced a difficult challenge and how you handled it?" This question surprised Camila. She had not written this exact sentence in her notebook the night before. For 1 second, her mind went blank again, and that familiar fear came rushing back. The fear of not understanding, the fear of freezing in front of a stranger who held her future in her hands. But then, something different happened. Instead of translating the question word by word in her head, the way she used to do months ago, Camila listened to the shape of the question. A difficult challenge. How you handled it. She understood the idea. Even if she did not understand every single word perfectly. And she remembered something her English teacher had told her again and again. You do not need every word. You need the meaning. So Camila took a breath and she answered honestly, in simple English. When I first came to this country, I did not speak English well. I worked in a restaurant kitchen and sometimes I did not understand the manager's instructions quickly. It was very hard for me, but I did not give up. I wrote down new words every night, and I asked my coworkers to help me practice. After some months, I understood everything, and I even helped train a new employee. Jennifer smiled. A real smile, warm and genuine. That is exactly the kind of determination we look for here, she said. Let us pause the story. For one moment, my friend, because I want you to notice something important about what just happened. Camila did not give a perfect textbook answer. Her English was simple. Her sentences were short, but her answer was honest, clear, and true. And that combination, honesty plus clarity, is far more powerful in an American interview than a complicated sentence full of big words that you are not sure how to pronounce. Listen to this idea one more time because it will change the way you prepare for every interview from today forward. Simple and clear beats, complicated and confused. Repeat that after me, slowly. Simple and clear beats, complicated and confused. One more time. Simple and clear beats, complicated and confused. Good. Carry that sentence with you. Now, back to Camila. Jennifer looked at her watch, then back at Camila and asked one more question. Why do you want to work here? At Coastal Shipping Solutions, this is another question that appears in almost every American interview in some form. Why this company? Why this job? Employers ask this because they want to know if you actually care about the position, or if you are simply applying to any job you can find. Camila answered, I want to work here Because this company has a good reputation in my neighborhood. And I want a stable job where I can grow. I am a hard worker, and I want to build a long career, not just a short job. Jennifer nodded again, and then she closed her folder. The small motion that often means an interview is coming to its end. Camila, she said, do you have any questions for me? This is the final part of almost every interview in America, and it is a part that many newcomers forget to prepare for. Many people simply say, "No, I don't have any questions," and then the interview ends quietly. But listen carefully, my friend, because this moment is actually a hidden opportunity, not just a formality. Remember the word we learned earlier, follow up? This is the perfect moment to use it. Camila remembered her notebook, remembered our lesson, and she asked, calmly and clearly, "Yes, I have one question. When can I follow up on the status of my application?" Jennifer's eyebrows lifted slightly in a good way. "That's a great question," she said. "We will be making our decision by the end of next week. You are welcome to follow up with me by email if you haven't heard back by then." And just like that, the interview was over. Jennifer stood up, shook Camila's hand, and said, "Thank you so much for coming in today, Camila. It was really nice meeting you." Camila walked out of that office building into the bright morning sun. And for the first time in many months, she felt something she had almost forgotten how to feel. Pride, not because she knew for certain that she would get the job. She did not know that yet. But because she had walked into that room afraid, and she had walked out of it strong. She had answered every single question. She had spoken English, real English, under real pressure, and she had not broken. That, my friend, is the true victory, not the job offer itself, though I promise you, we will find out what happened to Camila before this video ends. But the moment when fear meets you, and you speak anyway. Now let me ask you something directly. Have you ever felt like Camila did? Sitting in that waiting room, heart pounding, unsure if your English would be enough? Maybe you have an interview coming up this week. Maybe you had one last month, and it did not go the way you hoped, and that memory still stings a little. Whatever your situation is, I want you to know this. The words we are learning today are not just Camila's words. They are your words too, waiting for you to use them. Let us continue building your toolbox. We have 5 strong words already sitting inside your mind. Qualifications, availability, reference, salary expectations, and follow up. Now it is time to add more, because a real interview in America can go in many directions, and I want you to be ready for all of them, not just the questions Camila happened to receive today. Word number 1 in our new group. Word number 1 in our new group, strengths and weaknesses. Listen, strengths and weaknesses. Repeat after me. Strengths and weaknesses. One more time, a little slower. Strengths and weaknesses. Good job. Almost every American interviewer asks some version of this question. What are your strengths? and what are your weaknesses? Listen to that full question. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Repeat after me. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Your strengths are the things you are good at. Your weaknesses are the things that are harder for you, the things you are still working to improve. This question feels scary to many people because talking about weaknesses feels like admitting failure. But in America, this question is not a trap. Interviewers do not expect you to say, "I have no weaknesses." That answer actually sounds dishonest, and it can hurt you more than help you. Instead, listen to this smart, honest way to answer. One of my strengths is that I am very reliable. I am never late, and I always finish my tasks. One area I am working to improve is my English vocabulary, but I study every day, and I am improving quickly. Listen one more time and repeat after me, slowly, in 2 parts. One of my strengths is that I am very reliable. Now the second part. One area I am working to improve is my English vocabulary, but I study every day. Do you notice something powerful in that second sentence? It turns a weakness into proof of effort. It shows the interviewer that you know yourself honestly and that you are actively growing. That combination, self-awareness plus effort, is something American employers deeply respect. Word number 2, team player. Listen, team player. Repeat after me. Team player. One more time. Team player. A team player is someone who works well with other people, who helps coworkers, and who does not only think about themselves. American workplaces talk about teamwork constantly, so this phrase appears often in interviews. Listen to this question. Would you describe yourself as a team player? Repeat after me. Would you describe yourself as a team player? And here is a strong answer. Yes, I am definitely a team player. In my last job, I always helped my coworkers when they were busy, and we worked together to finish our tasks efficiently. Repeat after me, slowly. Yes, I am definitely a team player. Word number 3, punctual. Listen, punctual. Repeat after me. Punctual. One more time, carefully. Punctual. Punctual means always on time, never late. This word matters enormously in American work culture. Being even 5 or 10 minutes late, without calling first, can seriously damage your reputation at a job. Listen to this simple, powerful sentence you can use in almost any interview. I am always punctual and I respect other people's time. Repeat after me. I am always punctual and I respect other people's time. Word number 4, under pressure. Listen, under pressure. Repeat after me. Under pressure. One more time. Under. Pressure sur. This phrase describes situations that are stressful, busy, or difficult, like a restaurant during a lunch rush or a store during a big holiday sale. Interviewers often ask, how do you handle working under pressure? Listen to that question again. How do you handle working under pressure? Repeat after me. How do you handle working under pressure? Here is a calm, confident answer you can use. I stay calm under pressure. I focus on one task at a time, and I ask for help when I need it. Listen once more and repeat after me. I stay calm under pressure, and I focus on one task at a time. Word number 5, career goals. Listen, career goals. Repeat after me. Career goals. One more time. Career goals. Career goals means your plans and hopes for your future work life, where you want to be in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. This question can feel unfair to newcomers, especially if you are simply trying to survive right now, one paycheck at a time. But listen carefully, because there is a simple, honest way to answer this. Even if your biggest goal right now is simply stability. Listen to this example. My career goal is to grow within this company, learn new skills, and eventually take on more responsibility. Repeat after me, slowly. My career goal is to grow within this company and learn new skills. You just practiced 10 powerful words and phrases today. Qualifications, availability, reference, salary expectations, follow-up, strengths and weaknesses, team player, punctual, under pressure, and career goals. Say that list with me one more time, quickly, as a full review. Qualifications, availability, reference, salary expectations, follow-up, strengths and weaknesses, team player, punctual, under pressure, career goals. Wonderful. Every single one of those words just came out of your mouth, in English, out loud. That is real, active practice, not passive watching. This is exactly the difference between people who improve quickly and people who stay stuck for years. Watching is not enough. Speaking, even quietly, even alone in your room, is what builds the muscle. Now, let us put all 10 of these words together into one final, complete practice conversation, so your brain can see how they connect naturally in a real interview from beginning to end. I will read both parts. The interviewer, and the candidate. And I want you to shadow the candidate's lines after me, out loud, doing your best to match my rhythm and pronunciation. Interviewer, thank you for coming in today. Can you tell me about your qualifications for this position? Contribuent, of course. My qualifications include 3 years of experience in retail, strong communication skills, and being punctual. And a reputation for being extremely punctual. Repeat that answer after me, slowly. My qualifications include 3 years of experience, strong communication skills, and a reputation for being punctual. Interviewer, that's great. What is your availability? Contribuent, my availability is very flexible. I can work mornings, evenings, and most weekends. Repeat after me. My availability is very flexible. I can work mornings, evenings, and most weekends. Interviewer, would you say you are a team player? Contribuent, absolutely. I truly believe that a team's success depends on everyone helping each other, especially under pressure. Repeat after me, slowly, in 2 parts. Absolutely. I truly believe in helping each other. Now, the second part. Especially under pressure. Interviewer, what are your career goals? Contribuent, My career goal is to grow with this company and eventually take on more responsibility. Repeat after me. My career goal is to grow with this company and take on more responsibility. Interviewer: do you have any references? Candidate: yes, I can provide 2 references from my previous employer. Repeat after me. Yes, I can provide 2 references from my previous employer.
Wonderful.
Do you have any questions for me? Yes. When can I follow up on the status of my application? Repeat after me, one final time, clearly and confidently. When can I follow up on the status of my application? You just completed an entire mini job interview, from beginning to end, using every single word we learned today. Take 1 second right now and notice how your mouth feels. A little more warmed up, a little more comfortable with these sounds than it did 15 minutes ago. That warmth, that comfort, is exactly what will protect you the next time you are sitting in a real waiting room, in a real chair, with real wet hands, waiting for your name to be called. I want you to remember something. Camila said to herself, silently, right before Jennifer called her name that Friday morning. She whispered, quietly, almost like a prayer. I am prepared. I am ready. My English is enough for today. Listen to that sentence one more time. I am prepared. I am ready. My English is enough for today. Repeat it after me, slowly, and really mean it as you say it. I am prepared. I am ready. My English is enough for today. You are not Camila. Your story is your own, with its own details, its own struggles, its own dream job waiting somewhere out there. But the fear you feel, that tight feeling in your chest before you speak English to a stranger, that fear is the same fear Camila felt. And today you gave yourself the same gift Camila gave herself the night before her interview.
Preparation.
Now, before we continue with even more practical tools in the next part of this lesson, including exactly what to say, if the interviewer speaks too quickly, and exactly how to politely ask them to repeat a question without feeling embarrassed, I want to check in with you for just a moment. If any part of this lesson touched something real inside you, if you recognized yourself in Camila's fear or in her courage, I want you to do one small thing right now. Say this sentence out loud, wherever you are, even quietly. My English is enough for today. Say it now. Let us continue exactly where we left off, because I promised you 2 very important tools before this lesson ends. What to say when an interviewer speaks too quickly, say, and how to politely ask them to repeat a question without feeling embarrassed or feeling like you have failed. This happens to almost every English learner. At some point, you are sitting in the interview, doing well, feeling proud of yourself, and then suddenly, the interviewer speaks fast, faster than in our practice conversation, faster than in your English class, faster than you expected. Your mind starts to spin. You catch only half the words. Panic starts rising in your chest. Listen carefully, because what I am about to teach you might be the single most useful sentence in this entire video. When this happens, you do not need to guess. You do not need to nod and pretend you understood, hoping you can figure it out later. This is a mistake many newcomers make, and it often creates bigger problems than simply asking again. Instead, you can say this calm, polite, completely professional sentence. Listen, I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that? Repeat after me, slowly. I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that? One more time, a little more naturally, at a normal speaking speed. I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that? This sentence is not a weakness. Listen to me carefully on this point because it matters deeply. American professionals ask this question all the time. Even people born and raised speaking English ask this question in meetings, in interviews, on phone calls every single day. Asking someone to repeat themselves is a completely normal, respected part of professional communication. It shows that you are listening carefully and that you care about understanding correctly rather than guessing and making a mistake. Here is a second version of this same tool, slightly different, that you can also use. Could you say that a little more slowly, please? Repeat after me. Could you say that a little more slowly, please? This sentence is especially useful because it does not just ask them to repeat. It asks them to adjust their speed, which often solves the real problem. And here is a third version, useful specifically for job interviews, that shows confidence rather than confusion. That's a great question. Could you clarify what you mean by that? Repeat after me, slowly, in 2 parts. That's a great question. Now the second part. Could you clarify what you mean by that? Notice something about all 3 of these sentences. None of them say, I don't understand English. None of them apologize excessively or make you sound less capable. They simply ask for one small piece of help: repetition, slower speed, or clarification. The exact same way any professional in any language asks for help when a conversation moves quickly. Use these sentences without shame. They are tools, not confessions of weakness. Now, my friend, let us return to Camila one final time, because I know you have been waiting to find out what happened after that Friday morning interview. The weekend passed slowly. Camila tried not to check her phone every 5 minutes, but of course, she did anyway. Saturday came and went with silence. Sunday, the same. By Monday morning, doubt began to creep back into her thoughts. Maybe she had said too much about her Saturday availability. Maybe her English had not been good enough after all. Maybe the salary she mentioned had been too high, and they had chosen someone else. Someone with smoother English, someone with more confidence. She went to her restaurant job. That Monday, washing dishes just like always, her hands in warm, soapy water, her mind far away in that small interview office. Around 2. In the afternoon, during her short break, her phone buzzed in her apron pocket. An unknown number. Her heart jumped into her throat. She dried her hands quickly on her apron and answered. Hello? Hi. Is this Camila? This is Jennifer from Coastal Shipping Solutions. Camila's whole body went still. Yes, this is Camila. I'm calling because we were very impressed with your interview on Friday, Jennifer said, and we would like to offer you the office assistant position. For one full second, Camila could not speak, not because her English failed her, but because her heart was too full of feeling for words in any language. Tears rushed to her eyes, right there in the small break room, standing next to the industrial dishwasher. Thank you, she finally said, her voice shaking just slightly. Thank you so much. I accept. Jennifer laughed warmly. Welcome to the team, Camila. We'll send over the paperwork today, and we're hoping you can start next Monday. When the call ended, Camila stood alone in that small break room. For a moment, the phone still warm in her hand, and she let herself cry, not from sadness, but from the release of 8 months of fear, exhaustion, and quiet, stubborn hope. Then she wiped her eyes, walked back into the kitchen, finished her shift, and that night, she called her mother back home and told her the news in a voice full of pride. Camila did not get that job because her English was perfect. It was not perfect. It never became perfect. Not that year, not the year after. She got that job because she prepared. She got that job because when fear knocked on her door the night before her interview, she opened her notebook. Instead of hiding under her blanket, she got that job because she used the exact sentences we practiced together today. And because when the moment came, she trusted the words she had built. One small piece at a time, night after night, 30 minutes at a time. Your story does not have to look exactly like Camila's. Maybe you are applying for a job in construction, or in a hospital, or in a warehouse, or behind the counter of a small shop. Maybe your interview is tomorrow, or maybe it is still months away. Still just a hope in your mind. It does not matter. The tools stay the same. The fear you feel is the same fear Camila felt. And the way through that fear is the same too. Preparation, one honest sentence at a time. Now, before we finish today's lesson, I want to give you one final tool, a rapid practice section designed to build fast, natural reflexes in your mouth and mind. This is what I call pattern drilling, and it is one of the most powerful tools for building real speaking speed, not just understanding. Here is how it works. I will give you a sentence pattern, a fixed structure you can use again and again in many different situations. Then I will give you several quick examples using that same pattern. I want you to repeat each one after me, quickly, without stopping to think too much. The goal here is not perfection. The goal is speed and reflex. Training your mouth to produce these useful sentences automatically, the same way your hand automatically reaches for a doorknob without you thinking about the motion. Part 1. I have experience in. Listen to the pattern. I have experience in. Now listen to 5 quick examples and repeat each one after me. I have experience in customer service. Repeat after me. I have experience in customer service. I have experience in cleaning and organizing. Repeat after me. I have experience in cleaning and organizing. I have experience in food preparation. Repeat after me. I have experience in food preparation. I have experience in handling cash and payments. Repeat after me. I have experience in handling cash and payments. I have experience in working with children. Repeat after me. I have experience in working with children. Wonderful. Notice how quickly that pattern becomes flexible. You can insert almost any skill or task you have, and instantly you have a strong, professional interview sentence ready in your mouth. Part 2. I am available to. Listen to the pattern. I am available to. Now, 5 quick examples. I am available to start immediately. Repeat after me. I am available to start immediately. I am available to work full-time. Repeat after me. I am available to work full-time. I am available to work weekends if needed. Repeat after me. I am available to work weekends if needed. I am available to work night shifts. Repeat after me. I am available to work night shifts. I am available to begin training this week. Repeat after me. I am available to begin training this week. Port South 3. Can you tell me more about? This is a pattern for asking your own questions during the interview, which, remember, shows genuine interest and confidence. Listen, can you tell me more about? Now, 5 examples. Can you tell me more about the daily responsibilities? Repeat after me. Can you tell me more about the daily responsibilities? Can you tell me more about the team I would be working with? Repeat after me. Can you tell me more about the team I would be working with? Can you tell me more about opportunities for growth? Repeat after me. Can you tell me more about opportunities for growth? Can you tell me more about the training process? Repeat after me. Can you tell me more about the training process? Can you tell me more about the next steps after this interview? Repeat after me. Can you tell me more about the next steps after this interview? Pattern 4. Thank you for. A small but powerful pattern for closing an interview with grace and warmth. Listen. Thank you for. Now, 3 examples. Thank you for this opportunity. Repeat after me. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. Repeat after me. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. Thank you for considering my application. Repeat after me. Thank you for considering my application. You just moved through 4 complete sentence patterns and 18 full example sentences out loud at a quick pace. This kind of practice, fast, repeated, active, is exactly what builds the kind of reflex speaking that Camila had in that small office. When Jennifer's questions came one after another without warning. Real fluency is not built by memorizing a script and hoping the interviewer asks exactly those questions. Real fluency is built by practicing flexible patterns again and again until your mouth trusts itself. Let us do one final full review together, bringing everything from today's lesson into one connected moment. I will say
each word or phrase,
and you say it back to me, one final time as a complete review of everything you learned today. Qualifications. Repeat after me. Qualifications of availability. Repeat after me. Availability. Reference. Repeat after me. Reference thus Larry expectations. Repeat after me. Salary expectations. Follow up. Repeat after me. Follow up strengths and weaknesses. Repeat after me. Strengths and weaknesses. Team player. Repeat after me. Team player. Punctual. Repeat after me. Punctual. Under pressure. Repeat after me. Under pressure. Career goals. Repeat after me. Career goals. Could you please repeat that? Repeat after me. Could you please repeat that? Could you clarify what you mean by that? Repeat after me. Could you clarify what you mean by that? 12 real tools. 12 pieces of armor for the next time you walk into a waiting room with a hard chair and wet hands. You did not just watch this lesson today, my friend. You spoke every single one of these words and sentences out loud again and again. That is the real work. That is the work that Camila did quietly in her small apartment, night after night, 30 minutes at a time, until the words stopped feeling foreign and started feeling like her own. I want to say one more thing to you before we close today's lesson, and I want you to listen with your whole heart, not just your ears. If you are watching this interview tomorrow or next week or even later today, and your stomach is tight with fear right now, exactly the way Camila's was the night before her interview, I want you to know that the fear does not mean you are not ready. The fear simply means this matters to you. It means you understand deeply what this opportunity could mean for your life and for the people you love. You do not need perfect English to walk into that room. You do not need to sound exactly like someone born in this country. You need honest words, clearly spoken, and the courage to use them, even when your hands are shaking just a little. Camila's English was not perfect that Friday morning. It never needed to be. It only needed to be true, and it only needed to be hers. The next time someone looks at you and says, "So, tell me about yourself," I want you to remember this lesson. I want you to remember Camila sitting in that hard chair, taking one slow breath and finding her voice. And I want you to remember that your English, the English you have built, night after night, word after word, is enough for today. Thank you so much for staying with me through this entire lesson. If these words helped you feel even a little more prepared, even a little more confident, please subscribe to EFL USA so you never miss a lesson. Next time, we are going to step into a completely different kind of survival moment. The phone call, the fast-talking receptionist, the appointment you almost lost because you could not understand a single word she said. I will see you there, and together, step by step, sentence by sentence, we will keep building the English that helps you truly live your life in America, not just survive it. I am Grace from EFL USA. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, Your English is enough for today.